the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Close in the counter.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Wait, set. 380. Check. Walk 54. Off the screen. 380.
Brady now on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but and he's taken down here by the Saints.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The 5th-year back from Texas. This is Malcolm Brown. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Malcolm Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
11 yards and a Panther first down. To throw is Brady, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the 2nd-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Brady. He gets it to Humphreys. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. A first down carry for Smith. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. play action. Now it's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On play action, it's Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Stephon Tuitt. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
25, check 25, check 25. Go, Bandit.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Ball's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. But no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run with Hunt. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Dobbs. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And this one caught by Travis Kelsey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. On first down, Smith. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. X3, 218, chop. Hey, check it. 380, hey.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
54.
To throw again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Again, it's Brady. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Brady again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Brady. It's caught. Humphries. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And he completes it to Hunt. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a first and 10. An update from Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Ten yards, good for his Saints first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Dobbs. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on second and 14. Dobbs. Timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, it's Dobbs. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. On first down, Dobbs to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Dobbs toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
I'm trying to collect. Check 37. Check 37.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Forbath, the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Malcolm Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Carolina. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start. The bus, because they think this one is over.
Now the backup Kaiser to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
Analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Hey, go 66.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it's second down.
2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
380.
Right there, 54 Mike. Check pass, check pass.
On the draw, this is Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. They go back to the ground with Smith. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
53, Mike.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.